Okay, Worm says hello to episode 39 of the 248k mod Factorio on a Ribbon World. I'm also with the city grid. We're kind of not near the city grid at the moment. We're all the way out here doing all this combat stuff. And yeah, got up to a place where there are a lot of Behemoth worms. I think in between we pushed quite a bit. I think I left a note somewhere back here. Yeah, this is where we pushed to at the end of last episode. I think there was a base over here and a base over here or something. And then the rest of the grid is down here. So the starting area is here, because here's the only lake I've got. Here's the fusion reactor, and here's the original blue sciencey thing. And then we've currently pushed maybe as far again from the starting area as our basic wall. Behemoth worms started turning up here, kept pushing anyway. Yeah, and then I think we're going to do some more of that. I think we've got in the last hour. Yeah, this is where we started pushing, and then nests and other nests. We've now killed quite a few of these things. I think there was a gap. Yeah, there was a gap here where I went back to base to Yarm because I ran out of rockets. And yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to keep doing this stuff for a bit. Because, partly to show off pushing against Behemoth worms, partly also because this push has not really been successful at the moment, in that what I wanted to find was water or oil, because those are the two currently limited resources, and I didn't find either of them, so I guess we're still going. I guess let's not push into like the concave position. Let's put stuff here. That's kind of in range of these worms, but we're going to just kill all these worms that might shoot the turrets before we go anywhere. And that's all just basically a trick to get the turrets further up, so they'll provide more cover. Yeah, there's quite a lot of spit here now. I was going to try this with more legs and the thing as well, wasn't I? Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot of meat to work through here. Should we get some landmines? Let's just lean on the guns for this one at the moment. Yeah, they're pretty fine. I think we do want landmines in a bit, though. There is a bit of a trick to deploying landmines. In that you don't want them to get spat out, so it'd be nice to get some mobility. Yeah, there's a couple of tricks to get landmines down without anyone spitting at them, is you never run towards where you're putting down the landmines. So you kind of put them down to the side, no one's trying to spit at them because that's not where you are, and then you run through them, and they'll explode. Let's turn the bots off, because I don't really want the bots putting all those landmines back. There's landmines on the other side of the map. It's completely fine. And then, yeah, then we've still got a bunch of worms to shoot. We'll throw out these stun grenades are actually pretty fantastic. The knockback, the quite significant stun, all of these guys run in here. This is pretty effective. So all of those guys are no more, then we can go and push. We've still got the PDLs or PLDs or whatever they're called. Should I move the guns up? Maybe. I still don't know whether I want to be prioritizing shooting nests or shooting worms, because worms are kind of a big deal. They're kind of annoying. They do all this stuff. The nests are what gives me, these huge clouds of dudes chasing me. This is not great. It's fine. We're fine. Yeah. So I guess we just run back past the mines again. Yeah, we're probably going to move this guy up. We're going to lean on the landmines we've got there for a bit, and also having these guys closer would be nice. Yeah, this front line of worms they've got is something we're going to need to work through. Yeah. I mean, we're making some progress. Could I have got up to artillery? Probably. I mean, I did want the water and oil. That's mostly the reason why we're here. Do we want to go in? Maybe? This is kind of spicy. It's probably fine. Is this... Oh, that's a lot of Behemoth worms right there. Is this one of the complacency deaths I've talked about? Maybe. No, we're fine. Yeah, we want to be pushing from different angles, because That way there's less spit on the ground than any one place. I really need to get rid of all these dudes, don't I? Okay, back over here is... oh yeah, all these worms. I think at the end of the last episode I was midway through some explosives research and was wondering whether or not I would be using that explosives research. And the answer is, it does indeed look like I'm using the explosives research. All those landmines can stay. Yeah, I'm still doing a lot of explosive damage. Because I still haven't found either water or oil. So I guess we're still doing this for a bit. Yeah, let's not try and get not hit by this bit. We'll run away this way. Well, yeah, let's do... where are my turrets at the moment? Turrets are over there? Okay. We'll do this landmine thing kind of here. We'll swing in here. These guys will hit landmines. Yeah, some of those landmines were in range of worms, which is a bit of a shame. I still do prefer the mobility of lots of legs over a tank, though. Like, the turning circle and trying to dodge all this worm spit with a tank would be... like, less effective, I think. Did I actually even... I didn't even... yeah, I was going to try this with more legs and less lasers, because I'm not really doing all that much with the lasers. And being able to pivot faster and turn faster probably sounds like a good move. Put bullets in them. If you want bullets to do things... if you want guns to do things, they probably enjoy bullets. Yeah, so we're kind of working through some nests, aren't we? Are these guys? They probably all need to go away as well. Yeah, let's pivot over here. I don't mind standing still for a bit, because I still move faster than most of these guys. And then also standing still kind of confuses where the worms are trying to shoot, which is hardly what this is about. You're sticking out a bit, you need to go away. How big is this base? Quite large? I mean, we're definitely getting through it, though. Are we getting through it in a manner that's actually worthwhile? Maybe, maybe not. Did I put... oh yeah, so here's this other line of gun turrets, which is also, at this point, probably too far back. And yes, I could pick them up more quickly with the bots. But the point there was actually to spend time just behind the landmines and have the landmines do all the work. Yeah, so now, yeah, we're just doing more of this. There's not much of this left. That worm needs to go away. In fact, all of these guys just need to go away. Knockback grenades pretty good. Those behemoth worms are kind of probably in range of my turrets if I let them live. Okay, so... kind of wasn't in the right position to put landmines down there. I kind of wanted to landmine that and then didn't. And, oh, it keeps going. Cool. Should I have... I've only got 200 bullets left. That's because I've got... oh, no, I don't actually have landmines here yet. Okay, so let's do this landmine trick again. These guys are actually all in range of the landmines I just put down, so we kind of got to deal with that. Or by just deal with that, we just kill everything. It's also... I mean, was... one of the ways that was going to happen anyway. Oh, there's just... have I got all the worms up here? As in, there's no nests up here, there's only worms. Where are... yeah, here are the landmines, I guess? Got to be in range of landmines before this works at all. Yeah, so let's move these guys up again, I guess. we are clearing out a decent amount of stuff. And we're also pushing through this laser damage check. That was not the gun I wanted, this was the gun I wanted. Are there any more? Are there any... Maybe there's, yeah, there's just like a couple of worms left up here. Some of these guys are mostly dealt with already. Yeah, pretty... I think I'm happy with how this is going. Okay, there's a lot of spit just right here. But other than that... I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, there we go. So that's mostly fine. Guns are doing... I mean, we've still got a lot of damage upgrades for the turrets as well, so that's going up pretty well. There's a couple of nests here, and then mostly just worms by the looks of it. Where are you guys coming from? Are you coming from the other base? Okay, sure. I still have BDLs. I also have a shotgun. Those are not really what I care about, so I think I'm just going to ignore that. You guys apparently had some forest there at one point before I blew it up. That is a thing that will happen. So this looks to be... I think this is the last of this nest. I think we're in a position where we can just get personal laser these guys now. Okay. So that was that nest. And... I'm still seeing something on the map. Is that... It's oil. That's pretty exciting. Okay, so we are now more successful in that we have immediately got rid of... We've got rid of a large nest. There's still... I mean, we can't really take this oil without clearing these nests as well. But let's at least see how far... Let's take out this guy. And then see... Actually, let's... First, let's get rid of... I don't want to get rid of all of these things. Oh, because it's on trees, rocks, only. But I do want to get rid of all of the ghosts. Because there's a lot of landmines just kind of spent. Like, we won't pick up the rest of these landmines now. We'll probably... Are we building a grid out here? We're probably not building the same grid out here, because this is just too far for bots to go all the way back to here. But I think we're going to have to do... Like, we have moved... the kind of main core over here, which is not as far. Oh, in fact, I'm not anywhere near anything at the moment, am I? No, I'm not. Good. Okay, let's get this grid extension going. Because I think I'm pretty sure I did also put... Yeah, there's a buffer chest with a lot of rail here, so that's nice. So this will let us expand all of this pretty easily. I need this thing back, because I no longer want that. I want, actually, the things that I previously had in it. These turrets, these walls, and then, yeah. In fact, I also want to get rid of those power connections as well. In fact, this is just going to be, at this point, a straight Alt-D of, probably actually not the rocks and trees. Okay, so because I don't want to get rid of the rocks and trees yet, we'll just let the pollution do that. We will add the power poles to this deletion planner, so that we can take all of these things off the map, and then we can just continue with the grid, which is going to immediately overlap with this metal patch. Oh well. Also don't have radars out here, so that's going to be a thing as well. But yeah, these are all nice and tiling. This makes this bit a whole lot easier. And then I guess we also want a radar. I think I have radars in storage over there. And then we'll just be able to continue building this out. We've got more uranium we don't need. More copper we don't need. Stone we certainly don't need. Oh yeah, we'll clean out these guys on the way back as well. We've got, yeah, a decent strike of oil. That's pretty nice. We're going to be able to do some stuff with that. And then let's just kind of run down here and just personal laser this guy if we can figure out how to get through the forest. That's fine. And then, okay, so there's another... was this going to be the easier way to explore this? Maybe, maybe not. I still have a car. Oh, we do have water. We have quite a lot of water. Okay, yeah, and I put rockets on my help bar just to tell how many rockets I have. I still have spare rockets, so let's actually, let's put some of these here. And yeah, we are gonna... Mostly I want to see how big this water is, because this could solve a lot of our power grid problems. Because that's currently what's making that do. I mean, I could also just build accumulators. I don't really want to. Okay. Let's go and get those. Yeah, this is quite a lot of water, isn't it? This is quite possibly even enough to just do the normal landfill thing of... Yeah, do a landfill thing and put a power plant in the water. That's pretty effective. That's not the gun I wanted. I also want some of these. This dude's going to be running at me. I mean, the other thing I like about the explosive rounds is they will also hit biters that are running at me, that are next to the worms I'm shooting rockets at. So that's a good trick. These guys I'm not so worried about. How far does this go? Oh, there's a cliff there. Yeah, cliff's fine. Okay. Now we can do this way. Oh, except I turned off the bot, so let's turn the bots back on. I still don't have a whole lot of bot speed. So this water goes to... Oh, more water. Okay. Yeah, well, this is going to be a bad day for all these guys. We're just going to push this out to see how far... Basically just see how many... okay. There's... Oh yeah, these worms are up here. Yeah, this is... This looks like we might just... The map just might have an ocean here. So this is going to be a fun time. For all of our power grid needs. And they're actually... And then there's what? There's a little island? Okay, I mean, let's not stand at the behemoth worms, but yeah. So there's a little island. There's all these biters on the island, which are soon going to be fewer biters. Oh, this guy's still right here as well. Did not see him. Yeah, let's go down here, launch some rockets in here. Okay, this is pretty interesting. I kind of want to push this top base just to see if this water spans the entire ribbon, because it looks like it really might. I think we're going to do that. I think we're not going to push... I mean, we're going to see if whether or not it's feasible to not push the entire base, or whether we just end up so far in that's what happens. But I want to just get enough of this base to figure out whether or not the water goes all the way to the top of the ribbon or not. Because that's going to be pretty interesting. And it's looking promising. Okay. Should we also just, yeah, go... Because these guys aren't going to be able to do a whole lot about... Yeah, I don't have range on... Do I have landfill? I do have landfill, and I can make like another 6 bits of landfill. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is just a lot of worms. Oh, I should have moved the guns up. Definitely should have moved the guns up. The combat shotgun is not fantastic at this, but the gun turrets still are, so that's nice. And is that the top of the... There's like one more tile at the top of the river, so I'm pretty confident that we've found... that we've found some water that goes all the way to the top of the river. Which I think I like. Oh, I left these guys in range of some worms somewhere. And then I'm losing bots, because bots are silly. Well, to be fair, I didn't turn them off. If I really wanted the bots to be around, I should have turned them off. Yeah, these guys. Is that... I think that's the whole... I think that's the whole top of the map we've seen now. I think. No, I actually haven't revealed any more of the map. Cool. And we're also almost done with this text, so I think we're going to do, yeah, we're going to pivot back to making stuff, because this fusion stage is kind of the next of the main tiers of mod tech. So we're going to, it doesn't directly open anything up, but it's a major precursor to a lot of other stuff. Try not to get complacent and die here, I guess. Did I not actually load those gun turrets? Oh, and I lost one of them. That's a shame. I'm going to lose several of them. That's a real shame. Okay, that's just me not paying attention. Okay, let's set up gun turrets a bit further back, I guess. Oh, because this is actually quite a large base. So I don't think we're pushing this now, and not from this angle. This one here wants one more rocket. Is that... Have we now revealed... Where are the gun turrets? Here are the gun turrets. Yeah, have we now revealed... So that is the top of the ribbon. And this water goes the entire length of the ribbon. So that's pretty exciting. Have we done... Yeah, bots are just taking a long time to build everything up, because everything is coming from a very long way away, but that's fine. We've still got lots of bots doing lots of things. Okay, we lost a bunch of gun turrets there, but also whatever. Yeah, at this point, let's just get rid of all those mines. Turn the bots back on. Yeah, okay, interesting. So we've got... Probably, this is, I mean, that's pretty much what combat is going to look like at this point. This is basically our combat peak for the moment, until we get like Spidertron and artillery and nukes and things like that. These guys are probably just push in much the same way in between episodes. But it's interesting to know that this is as far as it goes. And, oh, there's turrets over here. These are the things I forgot to pick up. Are there any other turrets I left around the place? Okay, there's a turret by the oil. Yeah. So that's a bunch of combat. That's like a big sequence of combat that I'm pretty happy with. Oh, these guys have also had an expansion. There's water there, which is going to be a bit of an issue. I was going to just personal laser all these guys, but then realized I've taken some of the personal lasers out, but also water will make that extremely awkward. But it's still mostly fine. Yeah, okay, so if we're doing this kind of silly personal laser stuff, let's at least... Actually, if I'm in the car, let's put all the personal lasers in. Why not? Yeah, we're not going to take on any of these other bases now. There was a turret back down here that I also need to pick up somewhere. Somewhere, just directly in front of me. There we go. Okay, and we're also not going to bother getting over the rest of the landmines now. We'll probably... Yeah, I think we're going to have... Because of all this water up here, that means we're building power plants up here, which means we need some larger set of infrastructure, which means I think we do a build train and things like that. I think that's going to be what happens next. And then also just figuring out what else happens after this fusion stage. Like, this doesn't give us so many recipes, but it unlocks a bunch of things. Let's... Actually, if I get Silo sounds like a great idea, because then I can just research mining productivity and things like that while I figure out... I thought there was... That's not the one I wanted. I wanted Rocket Silo. Yeah. If I get... Actually, I need space science. Oh, there's space science. Okay. Because if I can get... Is there more stuff that space science depends on? Okay, good. Because if I can get space science, then I'm pretty happily spending time just developing mining productivity and things like that, while I figure out what the rest of the factory does. Like, having science stop is a thing that's a little sad. Yeah, I left some of these worms up. We're going to get rid of these worms at the moment. I think I left these worms up for I also took out all the legs, didn't I? That was silly. I think I left these worms up to go, hey, Bethmoth worms, in case I needed to demonstrate something about Bethmoth worms. As it turns out, we ended up with a lot of Bethmoth worms in a lot of other places, so it wasn't really a problem. There's a thing we could demonstrate just fine. Yeah, now we're only using one PDL. I think there was still a couple of big worms in there as well. Okay, so what do we go build? We need a build train, we need to move some of the mall stuff around. I think I still want to check that... Actually, I think green and red, basically all the chips. All the chips I'm going to need more of. Speed modules and RCUs if I want to... Because I noticed that the silo depended on another thing that was gated by the fusion stage we're currently doing, but RCUs weren't. So we could just go and build RCUs if we wanted to. This is... How do I get around this forest? How did I get around this forest previously? Yeah, just either direction, fine. Yeah, this is going to give us a fair amount of space and a fair amount of time, and especially with forests like this, we are unlikely to be troubled by pollution concerns. I mean, first of all, we've got a huge amount of space now, and second of all, I mean, we've just seen that we can push all the way to the water and then not worry about it. I'm going to grid this out on bots. Bot's going to try and be helpful. Oh well. Yeah. How far do we want to try and grid this is the question. Because I am moving them all, but everything is still further away. And I think for the moment we're going to go at least that far. That's going to give bots a lot of work for a long time. But also because we're only building the middle of the grid and not the outside of the grid, it's not going to fully utilize all of the bots. So hopefully we can just build more things at the same time. And yeah, this is how many bots we... Yeah. There aren't that many things in range, so I'm not using a huge number of bots. But yeah, I also want all these miners, didn't I? Because we had the smelting, which is currently not hooked up, but that's fine. And then we also wanted... Not that. We want miners for this copper. And this copper, yeah, here is... yeah, this is... So we'll figure out how to get all those guys. In fact, the first step is just going to be delete the trees. But the thing I was thinking about is which direction do we want to run the mines, and I guess we just go actually this way. Because then we won't have to worry... I mean, I've got red belt now. It's not so much of a big deal. In fact, if I do have red belt, probably I do want to run it the other way so I have fewer parallel belts to worry about. But we're just going to do all of that. These things... This intersection here is not going to be a thing for a while. And so yeah, so bots can get on that, which is nice. That's some jobs for them. I also did want this iron because we're going to smelt this iron over here. That recipe has not changed yet either. So this is just giving bots jobs. Something about this mixed mining probably also wants to be a thing. But we can just do all of this for now, and it's probably fine. I mean, this is going to be a lot more iron than we need. Do I have... I don't know whether or not I have coal... enough coal trains for what I would need to be doing. But I think that's also a thing that we're not going to worry about. So yeah, so the thing about having all of this water access, he said, not actually having all the water access yet because we haven't pushed all the biters off it. I'm pretty sure we didn't find any expansions there, but probably fine. Is our power usage is largely dominated by these K2... Okay, so actually assembly machines. Good job, assembly machines. For a long while, this was all just K2 core and beacons, and taking almost all of the power grid I had to play with. In fact, how are my what's the utilization of my turbines? Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of headroom. It's difficult to build stuff without more power, especially when things I want include beacons, and also when I'm nearly capped on the number of beacons I'm allowed. So if I can get more power, I can build more of these power grids. I can then build a whole new... Where is it? Is this thing the core? Yeah. I can just copy and paste this entire thing somewhere else. In fact, let's do that now as well. Like, I don't have all the parts for this. but that's kind of fine. Where can we put the beacon core? I think we can put the beacon core here? Yeah, because this bit here is already an intersection. So these trains are never going to really get in each other's way. I think that's kind of fine. And then this is actually not bringing in everything it needs to. It needs like lithium and batteries and stuff for the K2 part of the core. But this is also going to, yeah, now we need to handle these things differently as well. Because we've now got several, yeah, because I think the plan here is going to be, we've got several channels to work with. And if I have another core and yeah, another set of cores, I can have an additional channel in addition to, oh actually, this is actually out past the point of cars being a good idea, isn't it? This is definitely into the space where trains are a good idea. Science. How are we doing for how much beacon science we have sitting around? Where is the beacon science? Is here, right? 185 plus whatever is already in the labs. So the beacon science that gave me, yeah, no, I need to work through this a lot more, don't I? The first instance of get more beacons is take 1,000 of these bits of science, and I currently do not have that much. I mean, let's also check how much I've got sitting around here, but it's probably not many. Yeah, not much at all. So by having another one of these cores, number one, I get to build more beacons. Number two, I get this stuff faster, which lets me build more beacons, and then also means that we get to have a lot more. Yeah, the necessity for that is more power grid. I think we're just gonna keep giving bots jobs. Okay, where did I want to go? Yeah, so the place I want to go is, I've put this train down the wrong way. It's fine. Back here, this is kind of my base in the middle of the Logimall, while I figure out which things I want. So what do I want? I've got fusion stage. Should we go and build RCUs slowly? Do I want to extend? Actually, I think the thing I will need. Yeah, do I want? I don't think I'm going to need any of this combat stuff for a while. Even PDLs can probably stay. This is going to be my box of combat stuff that bots will resupply when I need things. Okay. I mean, we can Logimall some stuff. I think bots are probably going to be complaining about, yeah, not having a large number of all of the beacon stuff, but that's fine. Running out of train stops was not what I was expecting. Okay, because the other thing is, I think all the way back over here at the green ships. Also, I think a thing that's going to happen is, like, some of these guys are just going to get pushed back a little in between episodes. But also whatever. These, yeah, blue chips are fine. And beacon, so that looks pretty happy. So we've got a decent surplus of blue chips. The green chips were currently just, yeah, this thing here that's kind of an overflow from, like, this is the only green chips we're putting into the network at the moment. And we've got a decent buffer behind, but I think the next thing we're going to need is just straight up more green chips. And we can take copper and iron from the network, but what I think we do is we figure out how to build, and I think we're just going to go back. I don't really have a whole lot of inventory at the moment today because I put it all back in the logistics network. I could have bots bring me some. I could also just copy them. Yeah, I think we're just going to copy and paste. I think we're just going to copy and paste things as we need to. I think we're going to go. Yeah, so here we've got some iron and copper smelting, and here we're going to have some more iron smelting. So I think we just go over here and figure out how to build a large number of green chips. And then, is that true? Let's go over here first. Yeah, we'll go all the way around, I guess. I don't know that I'm making enough efficiency modules for all of this new mining shenanigans. Oh, that's actually a thing we should do at this point, isn't it? Because we've done all the combat for a bit. Let's check how we did on nest kills. I guess let's look at 10 hours because we haven't really done anything else before that. But if we're looking at, so we're up to 365 and 316. That's like double the number of, I think that's maybe triple the number of nest kills from the rest of the campaign. So that's fine, I guess. And then, yeah, at some point we lost a couple of gun turrets. Oh well, we lost 3 bots. Oh well, some landmines got spit out. What do I have? So we no longer have radar on nests out to the east because they all dead. Evo went up to 0.76, so I'm pretty happy with that. We've still got a ton of space before Beth biters. It's all just completely fine. Okay, because over here, yeah, that's iron smelting, and here we need this to be iron plates. And this, yeah, getting stuck on things, it's fine. Okay, this is going to be an iron smelting node. We want ceramic. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. So I'm not expecting to see ceramic in these furnaces, and then realized that actually the first ceramic recipe does happen in arc furnaces, and it's really bad, and we stopped using it pretty quickly. These icons are kind of hard to tell that they are molten iron, but never mind. These ones are much better to be able to tell that they are processing iron rather than anything else, but there is a purifier on the end that does the water purification loop that goes the other way, so we don't want to change that one. This tank doesn't have water in it yet. It's fine. I mean, all of this stuff isn't in place yet. Bots are, yeah, still, bots are pretty happy about it. Okay. Did I pick up the train, or did I leave it in the tracks? I don't even remember. It's fine. Okay. Am I going to try and make one chip worth of, yeah, one node worth of green chips or not? Because I could just go, yeah, I could just go copper, iron, green chips or something like that, and just have a heavily beaconed node of green chips in the middle. I think that's going to be what we're going to try and do. Yeah, that's right. The other reason why I wanted all of these recipes changed is because this kind of edge tile of smelting could also just go here, and we will feed it this iron. In fact, this section here does not want to exist. Yeah, and then are we going to, I mean, why not? Let's just keep going with all this stuff. We'll just, like, keep mining all of the things. That's how this works. Okay, so bots are going to have a lot to do. I probably should have... bots are also going to take a while to get recipes all the way over here, aren't they? Oh well, it's fine. Let's find a thing that looked like... Yeah, so let's start by getting... Those are not request trains that are quite on the grid. I kind of wanted a... You know what? All of these things I also will not need at all. Probably. Let's just give bots more jobs, I guess. That'll be fine. And then yeah, some of these ones run out of coal because there isn't a splitter on those belts. Oh well. Where would I find? Wait, didn't the either the blue chips or the beacons or something like this? This is a copper. That is a loading node. Yeah, here's what I wanted. This is a picture of a copper unloading station on the grid, which I guess we can just put here. Why? Yeah, there. That is where that should go. So we've got train station there. I've still got some of these combinators, which is fine. This we're going to have to probably belt differently, but whatever. Do I have train stations? I don't have train stations. This one sad bot. Never mind. Okay. Let's... In that case, this is actually not... I don't want all of that with the signals, do I? Because these ones are kind of weird because these tiles are slightly different sizes. But this one is going to go here. And then I need to find myself, and I should have pretty nearby. Oh, I don't have radar coverage over these things. Hilarious. Let's just drop another radar like here, I guess. It'll be fine. Copper iron request. This guy here is an iron request. And so this now has the iron request, which is fine. And let's also go back and get the station, which is this station. Yes, that's that set up. And then over here, yeah, we're going to have a lot of bots doing a lot of things. Maybe I should do, maybe a build train probably is a good idea. Whatever. Green chips are currently only being made as a product of red chips, and we kind of want this whole thing here. Did I get... Oh, there's also the train fuel requests. Those are a good thing to also remember that I need. Which is, yeah, another reason why we should be doing... And actually, this train turning up here is another good reason why we should be doing things with build trains so that things get built quickly. Because this has taken half the trains of the network that's currently moving around copper. Yeah, so I think you can end up with a list of things to do between episodes, but that's fine. Let's go and find some all the way over here. These things, yeah, these things. Let's grab this much of this thing. Like, this isn't going to be the build, but this is going to give me all the parts I need. Yeah, to be able to build all the things that we want to. So this wants to be upgrade from 1 to 3, because green chips are kind of valuable, and then also upgrade from speed to prods, because... Wait, should I do that? Let's do that at the green chips as well. Because... Actually, is the green chips problem currently throughput? Or... Oh, the green chips problem is definitely throughput. Yeah, so let's pivot this away from the speed, and then let's do... Because I'm pretty sure we did... I'm pretty sure we already did this in the green chips that are being made for the blue chips. Yeah, this is already... These guys are beaconed and just making a lot of blue chips. And yeah, okay. So, how do we... This is the input one here. These ones, I think the plan for these is to upgrade both of these to red belt. Because if I upgrade both of these things and put one here and one here, then this is... This now is a 4-lane mixer, but I think I want to do that differently. We're not going to do that. We're going to do something like... So I think we can make that a little more concise. We can have one of these guys here and another there. Then, actually, we can make that even more concise, can't we? We can put these things here. Upgrade all of this. And now we can have 2 red belts out of here. And this is going to be... That's 2 red belts worth of stuff that are not lane balanced, but they are fully mixed. Okay, fine. We're just going to grab the middle of this thing. And the upgrade planet to get all we need. Yes, so splitters like this will not sideload. It will just go all on this belt, which is fine. Okay, so let's figure out how we're going to do a green chips build. I think I concluded that I needed... If I am beaconing these hard, and I plan on beaconing these hard, we're going to need double stack inserters there, which also means we need stack inserters in and out. Is that a thing I can make work? I mean, I could belt weave it. I don't particularly want to belt weave it, because the thing I'm thinking is somewhere not those are the new smelter columns that I don't have. I guess we go all the way back to the blue chips, I guess. That if I can do this thing where this beacon will hit multiple things on both sides like so. Can I get even more in that? Wait, because I've got space up both sides as well. Can I move this thing to, say, here? I think I can, because then I think what that lets me do is go inputs here, outputs here, and then if I have a belt of stuff through the middle, then this whole thing can, not that way, that way, also do that, which I think I like quite a lot. This doesn't actually tell me belts of anything I'm using. Oh, this is... Oh, that's so close, but it's actually not quite, is it? Because these things... These are not quite aligned. That's a real shame. Okay, so how do we do that differently? So the design constraint is now that we want this thing to be here? Yes, because now these two beacons are each hitting 12 assemblers. That's so much value. But we've got to figure out how to get stuff in. And I think we're going to have to do something like... Because at this point here, we're also going to need to do... Yeah, undergrounds... 102 beacons. Where did I build more beacons? Oh, did I make... Down here with this new beacon core, is this... There shouldn't be any new beacons. Ah, no, yeah, because all of these beacons here I just dropped into the copy-paste. Those are the extra beacons that I had not considered. Okay, so that's... Yeah, fine, sure. Do I want... Because I could have another beacon here which still hits 8 assemblers, which is pretty good value, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I think we're just going to go... I mean, let's leave space in case we do want to put another beacon here. Because this currently will fit just fine. But the thing about having these guys close together is... Now we've got to have this belt here, which means we've got to figure out how to get this stuff in. I mean, that's gonna work. It's not something I feel great about. Actually, let's do this a different way. Yeah, better ideas. Much better ideas. So we've currently got... We've kind of got space for 2 belts of stuff doing this thing. And the way I can set this up is... If I'm expecting... This is probably landmines, it's fine. These guys on the outside will probably... I can scale this as it's set up vertically to take 2 full belts of stuff. And then I've got 2 belts of copper going in on the outsides of this build. If I could mirror this with 2 belts of iron on the inside of this build, and yeah, there is in fact a way that we can do that. We can do this kind of nonsense. So this isn't even belt weaving. Is this one? This one's not going to get to... That's fine, isn't it? Does it go underneath there? It probably does. So I think this is going to be an attempt at a pattern, and then how much more of this can I get in? This needs to be here, and then we want more of these things here, and I think I like this quite a lot, because, okay, first of all, we're going to have to drop some of these beacons because we don't actually have that many beacons to play with. Yeah, these two ghosts will be the last two beacons we put down. But we also got a plan to be improving that, so fine. I think I actually need to... Do we need to reverse the way all of these things happen in between? Maybe. But yeah, things I like about this, I've now got 1, 2, which could be red belts if we can even speed that up, of copper down the outside. I can have two red belts, two iron belts through the middle, and then I've got more than 2 red belts out, which is cool because that allows me to get productivity bonuses as well. So, and this is also a time where I can move this around if I want to. Can I move it down and get a bit more in? Is going to be the question. We can put this here. We can have, yeah, this. I think this half of it I'm fine with. This middle half, that bottom side is going to be a bit weird. And then yeah, we just do all of this again. That's 1 tile off. So, and I do have space at the bottom, so we're just going to move all of that again. Yeah, this is going to be my new green chips node. Yeah, so I haven't put power in this yet. This whole thing here also needs to, yeah, that middle also needs to be done differently. These guys, let's have these in the same place, because that's a good pattern. Yeah, and then, can we even do this with just normal power poles? Because I do have a lot of normal power poles sitting around. Normal power pole. This middle section was a mess, wasn't it? That middle section was indeed a mess. Yeah, let's do all of these inserters again. Can't. Okay, fine. Got to mirror a thing. Sure. Yeah, can't do more than this in one go because the middle is different and then there's all other rotations and stuff like that. But I think I'm pretty happy. Yep, that's gonna be how we do this. Okay, so we've got a build that uses red belt. We don't have everything connected yet, but that's fine. These things are okay. We need... Oh, this one... No, the iron's coming through the top, isn't it? This one here doesn't need to exist at all. Yeah, this being an output belt can just go like so. In fact, this output belt is going to look the same in all of these places. Not there. There. And then also here. And then that beacon we took away we can put back. When we get more beacon capacity, this is gonna expand significantly. I mean, I can also upgrade all of this stuff to blue belt when I need to, and beacon this harder when I need to, which is going to be part of the plan, and then just copy this node to other places. This is still a, yeah, this is a green chips node, which is not online because none of that has the stuff it needs, and then I've got 5 belts of stuff coming out, which is completely fine. We've then, how am I getting... The iron I have to get in somehow, which is a little more of a shame. Yeah, okay, we're going to make this bad. I mean, I don't think there was any doubt that this would be bad. It was just a question of how. Because this means that we can run these things this way. And... That's not quite enough space, is it? Good job changing all the things. It'll be fine. None of those are actually buildings yet. Sure, get out of my inventory mostly. Is this this one here is the bottom one? Yeah, and then I need to figure out how this actually plugs in. This one needs to go here. And then this one does actually need... this means I'm not going to be able to beacon this first layer of things as hard, which is a little bit of a shame, and then I'm also not going to be able to beacon the outside quite as hard either. So I could either get rid of them, or I could either just accept that... I mean, they're still going to get hit with one beacon. Well, they're still... Yeah, these are still going to be hit with one beacon. These chip makers are still going to be hit with 2 beacons in the middle, so I think I'm probably still fine with that, because they are still quite meaty beacons. Especially if I get the power grid to not have to worry about efficiency moduling them. Okay, so power goes through there. Let's have some power connections there. These are the output belts, so I don't even mind that. Yeah, so I don't even mind that these things can't get... Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Okay. And then figure out how this pattern, all of these are configured for the iron coming through the top. Never mind. Things that are also fine. We can... Yeah, because it's basically this pattern that we want, isn't it? Up through here, there's still space to... not there. There. Yeah, there's still space to sneak power poles in through here, which is fine. In fact, we may as well do that because we're going to need to anyway. If we do those two, then we also power the beacons that are here and here at the same time. So that's pretty good. That is a nice pattern. How do I replicate that pattern? I think what I have to do is this thing is to go away. And then... Is it straight up just this pattern here again? Is this the one that happens to fit? Maybe it does. Maybe this one just goes down here. This one comes up here. And yeah, then we have... Did we even get the... Oh, where are the power poles supposed to be? Well, this power pole is actually outside the thing. Let's not... you know what? Whatever. It'll be fine. So we've got beacon space, we've got these things powered. Did I? These poles are weird, aren't they? Right hand, left-hand side, right-hand side, right-hand side, left-hand side. Then I guess we go left-hand side again. And then right-hand side up here. Sure. Okay. I think we are nearly done with... Oh, this guy is different. This guy is only half as many of them. So I think that means we need this much of it. And this one goes here, and I think everything is powered. Everything is stack inserted. This is going to be, once all of this stuff turns up and gets plugged in, a green chips build that's kind of weird, but probably fine. Like, do I reckon I could... I mean, how far would this go if I tried to have 2 of these things next to each other? And it would go, yeah, I don't have another 6 tiles on the left, do I? It would not really be viable to shunt these over. But still, this is going to be 2 red belts of copper going directly into... Actually, these guys kind of needed to be upgraded to prod mod 3s before this balance is better. At the moment, this is still going to be significantly coils balanced, or coils limited, probably, or at least the copper going into the coils is going to get used a lot more than the iron going into the chips. But we're still getting prod mod bonuses out, so that's all fine. Let's get stuck on things. Oh yeah, those beacons have quite large hitboxes. And then... This is connecting over there. Okay, so that's nice. I like that. Get this tree out the way, and then let's figure out how to put these things... if I am putting 2 belts of stuff in and I've got productivity bonuses, I'm kind of anticipating getting 2 belts of stuff out. Which means red belt here. And then, yeah, because this... Yeah, this... no, because it's not all coming from the top, is it? This has to be kind of de-interleaved from all of these things over here. Okay, fine, annoying. We've got maybe 4 yellow belts of stuff out. Each of these... Okay, so the question is, having done no math on how many of these things there are, is this guy... Are 4 of these things going to give me basically a whole yellow belt of stuff out? Like this underground here still needs to be red so that I can eventually get 2 beacons in here. Like that's going to be part of the plan, and that's going to go super fast. And I think at that point that might even need a blue belt upgrade. I'm just not going to worry about it. We've got... Yeah, I think we do... it's going to be here, isn't it? Yeah, we're just going to hack in a kind of nasty mixer. Then, where is... So, 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, these 4 are the middle 4. We have a... Really? We have 6... We have 6 things coming out? That's kind of annoying. This one is going to always be... So now all of these things are lane balanced. Also, yeah, there is a split here. So iron usage is lane balanced because half it gets used on the left and half it gets used on the right. Copper is also lane balanced. Lane balanced. Yeah. In both of these resources are lane balanced in usage, so that's nice. Then need to figure out how to. I'm actually expecting more than 2 red belts of stuff out, aren't I? I'm expecting more than 2 red belts of stuff out because productivity bonuses. So maybe all of these. Yeah, I think we just do. I think we just do a thing with red belt. If I had, how much space do I actually need here? Is that going to... It's not quite going to do what I want, is it? That's kind of ugly, but I think it's mostly fine. Is that... Yeah, okay, let's do that a different way. Instead of all of that, let's move this guy down 1. Jump this all the way over. If these are red belts, then these things will also probably need to be, you know, whatever. We'll get this thing online and then upgrade whichever of these sources of belt we need to. But yeah, probably actually will need to be all of those guys as well. But let's work on... Do I not have stack inserters? Bots are complaining about not having a lot of stack inserters and also a lot of efficiency modules, some of which is not completely surprising. How is this even going to... Will this work at all? And I think the answer to this is yes, but it's going to be kind of bad. Give me... Yeah, this one is going to go... I mean, this one won't, but I want that pattern to go there. Except this is not a function that will work the other way either, will it? Like this This isn't going to well mix between all of this stuff, but I don't care because this station is going to be well mixed and these two stations are each going to be well mixed. So the fact that this has a nasty prioritizer in the middle of it is not really a concern. We're getting some red chips out now, which is nice. Red chips, green chips. Okay, let's do this thing. Actually, let's upgrade this thing. The yellow belt won't need to be upgraded, but this means that we can have like that much capacity over here that will end up on a full belt here, which then we can go do this nasty thing. Wrong way around. That mirror, is this? Yeah, that one's the right way around. Then where are these other two belts? Yeah, this other belt is here. Okay, fine. That is a thing that is ugly. We're gonna do this slightly differently. Yeah, that is still an issue, but like not too bad. And then something like that, and we've still got beacon space in there, and then yeah, then this guy basically wanted to be here, and this will still pretty pleasantly distribute across everything we needed to. So this is going to move to say, yeah, here. Give me some of these so this is easy for me to replace. And then yeah, having them straight next to like each other like that is not great, is it? Okay. I think I like this as a pattern more because this now means I can do this. Okay, I think we're done. I think this is a... Is this guy not powered? After all of that, one of these things through the middle snuck through the areas which were not powered. Yeah, the power poles through the middle of this thing are not great. But yeah, I think we're going to call this episode here. We've built some green chips, he said, with the green chips not actually running. Okay, some of the green chips are running. They're going to load on a train. They're going to go over here. Are these limited? These are, in fact, limited. I don't think I want any of these limited at this point. I just don't think we need to be concerned about restricting how much we're making. I think we can just go wild. Okay, so I need to lodge him all a bunch of stuff, and I don't think that's going to be super interesting. So some of that might happen in between. I thought I had... okay. Yeah, so the problem is that these red chips are not... Do we even have... Okay, yeah, we're gonna go sort that quickly, just so this build continues to happen. And then we're gonna call the episode. Down here somewhere... And yeah, we're slowly ticking through the rocket silo tech, which is nice. Yeah, we're gonna turn all of these green chips into... Yeah, we've got a lot of green chips now. We've got blue chips. I will need more red chips as well. I don't know if I want the same kind of pattern. Maybe I do this a similar kind of thing, but with lesser of this stuff, and then have an adjacent node that also does red chips. Because the thing is, making red chips, even if I bring in green chips, I still also need to bring in copper, so maybe may as well bring in iron and make green chips on site, who knows. Where is this assembler here? Yeah. You go and do a lot of things, and then we'll figure out how to get... This belt is... Yeah, it's just running out of ceramic, which I'm actually kind of fine with, because the ceramic was this old... Yeah, this old weird setup over here, which is mostly disused now, which is nice. Yes, some amount of stone is still trickling through in ceramic. I've still got, yeah, this military science section doing stuff as well. Yeah. We are at least fast on our feet now, which is nice. I think what we're going to do is... This is a request chest. We're just going to have a... yeah, request for like 20 of these. I don't think we need a whole lot, but we're also just going to give it all of these. And then do that, because you only need one, don't you? You need mostly cogs, actually. Cogs are the thing that you need more of, so let's do that. And let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade this. And yeah, lots of things, lots of things happened. And let's check on the labs and just see that everyone is turning over nicely. And no, because yellow science. Is it yellow science? Is it yellow science because blue chips? No, yellow science has all the blue chips. It's yellow science because lubricant? Really? Batteries, where are the batteries? The batteries are here and are fine. All of these inputs are good. It's straight up just lubricant. Lubricant was not the thing I was expecting to be short of, which is pretty funny. Okay. Do I have, in that case, the lubricant train is this one? Yeah, you've got enough. Just go over there, and then... I'm not getting enough lubricant, because one of these is full. Yeah. This is the issue, yeah. So light oil, because I'm not really using light oil, because I had a bunch of light oil that was helping my power grid do stuff, that now isn't because I'm doing nuclear things instead. The light oil has backed up, which means that this is only running at quite a slow rate, which means that the lubricant... Are these guys still... I've definitely got enough light oil here to be... Yeah, I've definitely got enough light oil to be able to make all the lubricant. I think... Can we do a quick hack here? Do I have tanks and pumps? I don't have tanks and pumps. Can I... I think that's the thing I will do in between. I will wander over to this lubricant. Where's the... I've lost the lubricant again, it's over here. Yeah, we'll wander over to this lubricant. We'll put like a tank in here or something to control when the heavy oil gets cracked, to make sure that this guy always has enough lubricant. And maybe we actually clone that thing a couple of times. Maybe just fit more of them in here. Yeah. And there's also some pushing out to the east to do, which is kind of fine. Maybe there's some expansion here which has happened. We need to make more modules, because these guys also don't have all their modules yet. This is, you know, kind of running for lack of stack inserters, which we've just addressed. Yeah, these we need to make more modules. We need to connect these things up, get this water delivered, kill all these guys. And all that's probably going to happen in between, because I don't think that's going to be super interesting or useful. Also handcrafting, yeah, handcrafting beacon stuff. Yeah, a reasonable amount of stuff happened, sure. Lots of things.